Good morning. What I would like to share this morning is some work I've been learning around kind of parts resolution. So you may notice that when you want to do something or achieve something, there's another part of you. You're like, I really want to do this thing, but. And so there's another part of you that is resisting it, even if it's unconscious. So for this morning, I'd love to get a little bit more specific with what we're trying to achieve. So if you have something at the moment that you're working on, and it doesn't need to be like the biggest thing in the world, it can be just something really small to trial this kind of theory out. I'd love for you to pick one thing that you're working on that you're kind of feeling like you're butting up against something. Does that make sense? So if you have one thing and you want to share it with me in the chat, I would love to hear what it is, just so that I have it in my mind as well. And so, yeah, you have this part of you that maybe really wants something. So see if I can come up with an example. I would like, for example, to lose half a stone. That might be something that's very like superficial, but we're allowed to want these things for whatever reason. But you're struggling. Like you get all the things in place, and then for whatever reason, you just fall off the bandwagon or something. So that might be something that you could choose, or it might be, I really want to meditate every morning, but something always comes up and gets in the way. There's so many things that you could choose. But do you have something in mind? Uh, great. So I'm not going to say who it is, but I'll just read it out if that's okay. Fearful of making decisions for the kids because of judgment from the ex. Could be an example. Um, great. Just have a little think. And so once we have this part, we understand that there is another part of us that's perhaps resisting stepping up and, wanting you to do whatever it is that is for your greater good. There's another part that's going, no, it's not. Don't do it. It's a trap. You're not safe. And so, what we're going to do when we go into the Magic Clubhouse today is to just spend a little bit of time with this part of us that's resisting. So, we are getting a little bit more specific and just gently inquiring, like, what is it that you're afraid of? Um, Without any judgment, please help me understand maybe what I don't understand that you're trying to keep me safe from. And then we're going to fill up this little part of us with love and compassion, as we always do. But we always kind of do it as like this meta thing of we're filling ourselves up with love and compassion. But for in this instance, we're going to fill up this little part. So some of it might be like, I'm still grieving, so I'm just not ready to move on. And for many of us who have been through divorce and things like that, that is a big process that can easily kind of get squashed and like, oh, they've hurt me so much, I'm not going to allow myself to grieve or, um, you know, just trying to struggle on through. Okay, so now the example is letting go of your ex. Like, so you want to be able to do that, but then there's a part of you that's going, I really don't want to. I really don't want to do that because that's horrible and sad. So we want to spend time with the part that's going, no, I don't want to, so that we understand how it feels because we cannot shame ourselves into action because that part of you will always be like, nope, I refuse. Like, you're not going to listen to me. You're not going to help me feel seen and heard. Therefore, I'll come back later. And it'll be constantly in the background, stopping you from doing the thing that you want. So, this little part of us needs to feel seen, it needs to feel heard, so that we can start to accept it. And it starts to go, okay, fine. Since you are meeting my needs a little bit and I feel seen and heard, I might consider working with you. And then, as usual, once we've kind of spent a little bit of time with this part of us, we'll then fill up with love and compassion and then move into this part, with the other bit that's like, yay, I see this bright future. I know this is good for me. This is what I want to achieve. Spending time there, understanding what your future might feel like once you've achieved this thing. Because it's hard to like motivate yourself if you can't even imagine what the future could look like. And then we go into the scripting as we usually would. And I'd like you to make this future feel as, real as possible by scripting it out and writing as if you're writing a gratitude list in, say, 6 months' time, once you've achieved this thing. Because that is how your body starts to go, oh, okay, I do see how it could be possible. And then you get to have this visualization of what you don't want, plus what you do want. And it's in that moment that we get real clarity and you get your next step. Okay? I hope that makes sense. It'll probably make more sense once we've actually done it. So I'll take you in. Get yourself comfortable with your blanket.